Thanks so much for watching Denver 7 News. I'm Jason Grenauer. We begin with blizzard conditions on Colorado's eastern plains. We've seen wind gusts over 40 miles an hour in some spots, blowing snow sideways across many of the roadways in northeastern Colorado. This is what the roads have looked like throughout much of the morning and early afternoon east of the metro. Here's a video coming to us from Brush, Colorado, where it's been a whiteout, as you can see in this look from the Viero wireless camera that's out there. Conditions are bad enough that Colorado State Patrol says there is no open roadway in or out of northeast Colorado. CSP saying all roads north of I-70 are shut down. They warn drivers not to try to find a way because there simply isn't one. We've had crews out in that blizzard all day. We begin with Patrick Perez, who filed this report.
I'm Denver 7's Patrick Perez, right off of Highway 52 in between Hoyt and Keensburg. Let me show you what we're seeing right now, these conditions. You can see just how fast the wind is blowing. I couldn't tell you if it's actually snowing or if this is just snow that we're getting pelted with that has already fallen throughout the day. Obviously, not many drivers on the road that we've seen in the past hour. Right now, we have not seen any drivers whatsoever because visibility is poor here. I mean, you can probably see maybe 5-10 cars ahead of you, but this is definitely not the time to be driving. We know that Highway 52 is closed right now, as are multiple roads here on the eastern plains and in northern Colorado. This is according to Colorado State Patrol and CDOT. So again, not the best time to be traveling. If you have to go anywhere, try to do so safely. But right now, it looks like law enforcement and authorities are trying to make sure drivers do not get on the road. We're trying to make our way to Wiggins. We'll see if we actually end up getting there, but for now, these are the conditions again here off of Highway 52 in between Hoyt and Keensburg. We will keep you updated for now.
I'm Denver 7's Veronica Acosta. We're in Keensburg this morning. You can see snow still very much falling, blowing snow still as it's been really all morning long. Look at the street here right next to me. This is Main Street in this small town. You can see a bit slushy as so many people start their morning commutes. We have seen plows come down with their blades, kind of trying to do their best to move some of the slush out of the way and make for more safer conditions for drivers. You can see kind of off in the distance there, we have some bigger semis, I-76 off in the distance, a portion of it way out east closed this morning, so we haven't seen a ton of drivers or semi trucks on there, but definitely the one thing that has been constant all morning long is that blowing snow. It's died down just a bit, but it does pick up and die down very often. We're in Keensburg. I'm Veronica Acosta reporting.
Well, Jason, we are just a few miles west of Watkins, and this is where a lot of people's headaches begin because just back here over my shoulder is where the eastbound lanes of I-70 are closed. You can see some semis here have pulled over just before you get to the spot near Watkins where the eastbound lanes of I-70 are closed. And essentially, the eastbound lanes of I-70 are closed from about Watkins all the way to the Kansas border. And then, of course, we know that westbound lanes of I-70 are also closed basically from the Kansas border up to towards Denver here. So about 140 miles closed right now because eastern Colorado, northeastern Colorado, the roads, the visibility, simply not good, too dangerous for folks to be traveling. And again, the lanes of I-70 here have been closed since this morning. If you are headed out on I-70 eastbound, right before you get to Watkins, you will be forced to either turn around and head back west towards Denver, or you'll be forced to take a service road. But again, you're not going to be able to get through if you're headed eastbound on I-70 here near Watkins. And we know that it's not just I-70. There are many major state and federal highways that are closed because of these blizzard-like conditions, although here the snow has lightened up quite a bit.
We've made it now to Hudson. We've turned around. We were initially going to Wiggins, but instead we decided to head back because there were a lot of road closures in place. What we're seeing right now, for example, are these barricades, these road closures that have been put up here on I-76 heading eastbound. So you can actually see some cars having to get off the interstate because they cannot go past those barricades and they have to now find alternate routes. We not only saw the barricades down in that part over there, we also saw them kind of right behind us where you'd normally be able to get off the interstate and then get back on if you want to. That is no longer an option as well. Not only is this part of the interstate closed here at Hudson heading eastbound, but for example, Highway 52, which is that heads toward Wiggins, that's also closed. Although we didn't find barricades put in place, if you do look on CDOT's map, you will find that closure. So if you have any sort of traveling that you need to do within this area along maybe the eastern plains, if you look online, I believe it's the CDOT Trip Planner, you can see all the red all across the eastern plains with multiple road closures in place. So keep that in mind if you do have any sort of traveling that you need to do. We'll keep updating you throughout the day as we learn more information.